Hello everybody. For today's presentation, I would like to talk about the culture and music in South India. And the presentation will be divided into two parts, the culture background and music. To begin with, I would like to talk about the brief introduction about this region. South India is the area encompassing the Indian states of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. So the 5 states are included in the red area in the bottom half of the map. And I will focus on 3 parts: the traditional clothing, food culture, and special events. The South Indian women traditionally wear sari, while the men wear a type of sarong, which could be either a white dhoti or a colorful lungi with typical batik patterns. The sari, being an unstitched drape, enhanced the shape of wearer while only partially covering the midriff. In Indian philosophy, the navel of Supreme Being is considered as the source of life and creativity. Hence the tradition, the stomach and navel is to be left unconcealed, though the philosophy behind the costume has largely been forgotten. The next one is the food culture. Coconut is native to southern India and spread to Europe, Arabia, and Persia over the centuries. Coconut of Indian origin was brought to the Americas by Portuguese merchants. The similarities among the 5 states' cuisines include the presence of rice as a staple food, the use of lentils and spice, dried red chilies and fresh green chilies, coconut, and native fruits and vegetables. Additionally, all regions have typical main dishes, snacks, light meals, desserts, and drinks that are well known in their respective region. There are many special events in South India, and for today's presentation, I picked 3 of my favorite ones. The first one is Onam. It is the harvest festival of Kerala. Onam is celebrated across religions and communities with equal enthusiasm. It was declared the national festival of Kerala in 1961. The carnival of Onam ranges from 4 to 10 days. The 1st and the 10th day are the most significant days. The festival is celebrated to welcome the king, who, according to the popular legend, visit his people annually on the festival of Onam. The second one is Karaga. It is one of the oldest festivals of Karnataka. Karaga is celebrated in honor of goddess Shakti at the famous temple. The festival showcased the rich cultural heritage of Karnataka. It is an auspicious festival of the Tigala community who, according to the popular legend, the festival is celebrated for 9 days with splendid rituals and processions. The last one is Yugadi. Yugadi translates into the beginning of the new age. The festival welcomes New Year, the beginning of the Hindu lunar calendar. The festival is celebrated with harmony and joy, with nature marking the beginning of the new year when the buds bloom and blossom. The festivities begin with the Holi oil bath, after which people don new clothes. The people visit temples to seek blessings for wealth, prosperity, and success. And now we're jumping into the next part, the music. Carnatic music. It is the music of southern India that evolved from ancient Hindu traditions and was relatively unaffected by the Arab and Iranian influence that, since the late 12th and early 13th centuries, as a result of the Islamic conquest of the north, have characterized the Hinduism music of northern India. In contrast to northern styles, Carnatic music is more thoroughly oriented to the voice. Fewer instruments are used in Carnatic than in northern Indian music, and there are no exclusively instrumental forms. So the Hindu temple music is under the category of Carnatic music. The main instrument that is used in South India Hindu temples is the Nadaswaram. It is said to have been created when the very first temple was established in South India. The Nadaswaram and the Daviu were played together in South India temples to create the Pariya Melam ensemble. Because of its harsh tone, Pariya Melam is not favored by many Europeans, but to South India, it is a sound of pride and majesty. For many temple traditions, Pariya Melam is necessary for worshippers to feel a spiritual presence. Pariya Melam is used to play for daily rituals inside the temples and annual rituals outside and around temples. The picture shown in the page is the examples of the Nadaswaram and the Daviu, and this is a video playing the two instruments. Some of the men are wearing the traditional sarong, and the women are wearing the sari. Now we can jump into the next music example. So this is a musician playing electrified veena, which is an ancient instrument, but produces a strikingly guitaristic tone, leading a dual drum lineup. Okay, the next example is a vocal example. As I mentioned before, the Carnatic music is more thoroughly oriented to the voice. Even when instruments are used alone, they are played somewhat in imitation of singing, generally within the vocal range, and with embellishment that are characteristic of vocal music. And I found a quote from the musicians during the interview. Here is playing.
As of now, there's no documented way of teaching someone how to improvise. One thing is that's to happen naturally. The other thing is you have to imbibe it by. In the earlier days, people used to do Gurukula Vasam. When that was happening, a lot of observation would take place. You would go with your guru to different concerts, see different artists, interact with different people, and then you observe how people did everything, and that's a good learning curve. But in today's world, I think that's been replaced by the internet, where all the observation takes place online. To be switched on at the thought level for as long as you can is the key thing. That is the thing that gives you new ideas to improvise. So there is no strict way by which anyone has learned to improvise, but and beyond the point, it has to come naturally to you. I think it's much more important to understand the meaning of the melody than the lyrics.
As a summary, the Carnatic music, with its more homogeneous Indian tradition, has involved far more orderly and uniform systems for the classification of ragas and talas. Ragas and talas is the traditional tones in Hindu music. Although improvisation plays a major role in Carnatic music, the repertory also consists of a vast number of composed pieces, particularly the treaty or kirtana, complex devotional songs by composers from the 16th through the 20th centuries. To many listeners, the music of the South has a restrained and intellectual character as compared with the music of the more secular Hinduism traditions. And I would like to use this song as the ending music. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Bye.